Ladies and gentlemen, Six Figs here from YouTube. We are now live, so thank you all for tuning in today. And if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at Real6Fig or scan that QR code. We've got an interesting little live stream for you guys today. We know the markets are just absolutely banging right now. With that said, I am still a little bit skeptical of what is going on, but we're just going to kind of go over some of the main news and then we'll jump into the TA. So let's just dive right into Anchor. Anchor basically is an infrastructure provider, as stated here in this article. And basically they have been a fanboy of Binance for a super long time. And really, folks, this is interesting because now Binance Labs has invested an undisclosed amount into Anchor, and we'll be checking up on the Anchor charts here in just a moment. But the price just basically took off and skyrocketed. So we've got that going on with Anchor. We've got the Ethereum merge coming up. It's got a date somewhere around September 15th, folks. If you've ever been around the crypto markets for like the last year and a half, you'll know that there has been so many planned Ethereum merges that I think if this one pops off, hey, you know what? I might be a little bit more excited to use Ethereum if these gas fees are going down. My biggest beef with Ethereum has always been the damn gas fees that just kill the investors. And really, how do we usher in all these new voices and faces into crypto by telling them, hey, you got to pay this crazy fee that's worse than the ones you get at your bank just for holding your money in a bank account? Insane. So my guess, this is just a guess, is that we see Ethereum somehow come up with some excuse how this doesn't, how they cannot switch from proof of work over to proof of stake. Now, the next article is going to be a little bit interesting, and it's a little bit of a misleading article here. At least the headline is, Coinbase may have a savior in BlackRock, but crypto concerns remain. And if I remember correctly, we saw BlackRock lose 1.7 trillion in 6 months. I don't know, folks. It seems like now that BlackRock has lost all this money, they want to suck in high-end retailers into Coinbase for basically an exclusive partnership. And it's just kind of, it's really not making the most sense. It seems crooked to me. You know, nobody likes BlackRock as it is. They're not in the business to partner up with Coinbase to help you make money. At the end of the day, BlackRock is one of the most crooked firms probably on the face of the planet. So with that said, let's just dive right into the TA here. And we're just going to kind of go over, let's just start off with the total crypto market cap, right? We're sitting at $1.13 trillion, folks. And if you guys have been paying attention to this channel, you'll know that I've been tracking this rising wedge, which, folks, is extremely bearish to be seen. When you are seeing rising wedges like this, it's just not a good sign for the markets. I am predicting that we are going to see the total crypto market cap really start to kind of crumble here. Really, this is not a good sign to see. Where are we going to go to? Well, I would say maybe the 1,914,000,000,000. If things get really bad, the $850 billion mark. So what I'm going to start doing is I am going to throw up a little forecast And we're just going to say that this might come on down to the $1 trillion level. So in the next stream, we will revisit that to see if this rising wedge played out. So we'll get into ICP in a second, but I just wanted to kind of cover Bitcoin because Bitcoin, folks, it's in the same position. It's in the same position as the total crypto market cap. And that makes sense because Bitcoin is about half of the total crypto market cap. And it just is what it is. But interestingly enough, this Fibonacci that I threw up, I don't know when, really is telling me one thing. That price came all the way up to this golden ratio here at the 161.8. And in the last week, I was kind of talking about on Twitter how I thought we might see 25,200. And that was when the prices were kind of down here at 23,000. So whether or not we get a little bit of a retest from this, $24,800 to $25,000-ish level is anybody's guess. But Bitcoin, the writing is on the wall, folks. We've got this insane rising wedge that is forming, and I'm not really seeing a whole lot of people talk about it. It just is what it is. So let's move on to the Bitcoin dominance, because we've been looking at Bitcoin dominance here on this channel for the last couple of weeks now. And this has an inverse to the rising wedge. This is called a falling wedge. So we just saw the rising wedge on Bitcoin, and we saw the rising wedge on the total market cap, which is very bearish. But this falling wedge is a very bullish sign. And so what we can see here is that the dominance for Bitcoin is likely to start breaking out rather soon. And let's just see if we can predict the exact date and time, possibly down to the hour, when this might happen. Let's just scoot over to a 4-hour chart. We're gonna have like a 4-hour buffer here. Let's just kind of play some guessing games here. I like this swing high to this swing low down here. Testing. Okay, I'm back. I am so sorry about that, guys. It's just, I got to get this new cord set up for this microphone. It's probably a little bit of a delay, so it should be coming through right about now. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, cool. All right, folks. So sorry about that. Thank you for letting me know in the comments section that we got this thing back up and running. My gosh, I get this new mic. I got this crappy cord. I've got a good cord upstairs. Man, this is like the second time this has happened. You barely bump the cord, and then all of a sudden the mic comes undone. Okay, so anyways, getting back to this whole Ethereum thing. I'm just going to start all over. What do I think about Ethereum Classic? Well, let's talk about that in just a second. I think that right now, Ethereum needs to get their act together. They need to ensure that this merge can go through, seamlessly on September 15th or when the whole Ethereum merge actually happens. Now, how they are going to do that, well, I've discussed this at length with developers. And really, what they do is they implement a time bomb. So what it does is it slows the network down to a crawl. And then what happens, that allows the foundation to switch from proof of work on over to proof of stake. So I do appreciate all of you guys here with me today. If you guys could smash that like button, I'd appreciate it. But right now, we're looking at the ETH charts. Rising wedge. Is this information of the merge? Is it priced in? Are we kind of seeing this build-up happen, as a result of this news? Yes, I do think so. And I do think that this pattern here is playing out in a way where people have doubts. So this might be one of those buy the rumor, sell the news types of events, quite possibly. So I am getting another message. I am just having an equipment breakdown. Thank you, Crypto Airborne. So right now, I've got an issue with my camera where it focuses in on this face of this dollar bill. Oh my goodness gracious. My goodness. I am having one heck of a time here on this live stream. Well, anyways, let's move on from Ethereum. Maybe that's my sign. Maybe I've talked so much trash about Ethereum in the past that the ghosts of Ethereum are haunting my set right now. So I do appreciate you guys all being here. We are looking at Nervos Network CKB, baby. Now, this is just in a very similar pattern as the rest of the market, like ETH, Bitcoin. We're just kind of seeing these rising wedges and things like that play out right now. So, I mean, man, I am just so skeptical right now. It's just, the way it is. But yes, thank you, Crypto Airborne, for letting me know that the camera was focused on the picture in the background. It's just like, oh my goodness. But if this rising wedge does fail, expect to see CKB come down to test the 0048, 0.00446, 0.004. If it gets bad, 0.0038-ish, somewhere in there. I mean, this could be a gigantic step of Elliott wave theory to the upside too. So we could kind of be getting a little bit of that happening. We've got this symmetrical triangle squeeze on Dogecoin right now. While everything else has just been kind of forming these unfavorable patterns like the rising wedges, we've got Dogecoin. It really has been forming out this symmetrical triangle squeeze quite nicely. And this is where we see the lows and the highs start to kind of really condense really close to each other. So, I mean, it is what it is. We're seeing on the 4-hour chart, price is trying to hit and maintain this 7.5 cent level, but the bears keep selling this thing back down to about 0.072-ish, somewhere in that neighborhood. Currently trading at 0.0717. Now, here's a little educational piece for you guys that are wondering. I just dropped a video on how to read candlesticks. So let's just go over this at a super high level really quick. So you see this candle right here. When we look at a bullish candle, we know that the session opens at the bottom and it closes at the top. So on this day, August 8th at 11 p.m., we saw this candle, this 4-hour candle, open at 7 cents and close at 0.072 cents. It's vice versa for a bearish candle. This is the open at the top, and this is the close. So during this trading session, we saw price trend downward dramatically. These wicks, they're basically just where price went to during that session. So a quickie for you guys. Now, Ergo. I like Ergo. I've been talking about Ergo for quite some time. I like Ergo. I did a video not too long ago on ErgoPad, which is a dApp built up on the Ergo ecosystem. It was pretty cool. The guys were pretty cool. But as I was saying in the last video, we kind of had a very nice little bull flag pull. I was saying how I wanted to see this a little bit more straight, but nonetheless, we had this bull pennant, and now this thing has really taken off 30% in the last couple days. So where is this thing going to go to next? Well, let's go over that. For those of you that are holding Ergo, man, this thing blasted all the way up to the 161.8. It looks like it could be kind of coming back down, maybe to touch up with this 2.5 or this 141 at about $2.50, somewhere in there. But I would suspect that this comes back up to retest this $2.62 level. I do think that we're pretty far away from this Ichimoku cloud at this point, so I think that we may see maybe a little buying opportunity if this comes down to the $2.40 level, $2.50 level in a bull flag or symmetrical triangle formation, something like that. So I appreciate that, Crypto Airborne. Thank you for smashing the like button. So right now we will look at crypto.com and then we will call it. But right now, crypto.com is doing some symmetrical triangle squeeze stuff. In the last video, I was kind of saying how, hey, you know what? This is kind of a weird pattern. We're kind of seeing this widening megaphone happen. But now we are seeing this symmetrical squeeze really kind of take its grip on crypto.com. So my prediction with crypto.com is that over the next few days, we might see a move like we just saw with Ergo. We kind of have this little quasi bull flag pull with the pennant here. It's not pretty, it's not perfect, but there might be something there. I'm not saying to FOMO into crypto.com or anything like that, but it wouldn't surprise me to see this trade down to, the 14-cent level and within this 15.4-cent level right now. But if it does decide that it wants to take off, let's talk about that. If it runs up to the 161.8, like we just saw Ergo do, you could be looking at 20-cent crypto.com. And we got Paradrone in here as well. All these viewers, thank you. I appreciate it. If you guys could, please smash that like button. Again, this is my prediction for the total crypto market cap to maybe walk somewhere down to this $1 trillion level or lower. Man, really, I think that this thing could even hit, we'll just go to 960 billion, within the next few days. Let's just throw up a little time sequence here to try to determine when that may or may not happen. Not really liking that placement. Let's just go ahead here. Not really liking that either. So let's just measure this swing low to this swing high. You know what? I kind of like that. So I think by, in the next 7 days, we may hit this $960 billion market cap. So I do appreciate everybody being in here right now, folks. I really do. So, you know, my take on the markets right now, I do think that we are kind of experiencing a little bit of euphoria now that we've got some Ethereum merge possibilities on the table, some successful deployments of the actual merge on the testnet. So I think people are eager to use Ethereum, myself included, with low gas fees. You know, 0.002 or 4 or whatever, that's really low gas fees. If this happens, my prediction is that we're going to see the entire OpenSea market, NFT market just blow up. That's been one of my biggest things with Ethereum is I like OpenSea, all that stuff. I don't like using Polygon on OpenSea. Nobody likes doing that. But, you know, it is what it is. And I don't think I did TA on ICP. So thank you to Dead Man Walking. We will double back to that real quick here. My apologies. I can't believe I just almost did a live stream without doing ICP. My goodness. What is going on with me? I'm having mic problems. I'm having camera problems. I'm having chart problems. Oh, boy, oh, boy. So, time sequence, ICP. Let's just dial this down to the hour. I like ICP. I got an insanely big bag of ICP, more than I should. But right now, I would say that August 11th, which is today, at or around 2 p.m., we're going to see ICP, about 2 p.m. Central Time. So in about an hour and 40 minutes from now, with all you guys watching, watch ICP. And really, we are seeing somewhat of this bull flag or bull pennant that is forming with ICP. We've got a little bit of movement to the upside. However, you know, I'm not liking it. Really, to be honest with you, there is some really sketchy Elliott wave theory here, but it is there. And we do have somewhat of an ABC corrective wave happening. Really, folks, I think ICP is about to take another leg up here, quite possibly, to maybe retest this $8.71 level. However, let's just throw up a little Fibonacci because I am addicted, folks. Addicted. I have an addiction to Fibonacci, and I absolutely love it. You know, $9.42. You know, if things start trending downwards, though, oh boy, you know, we're looking at $8.12 down to $7.62. But it seems like the entire Ethereum thing is really kind of dragging the markets along with it. So as you guys can see in the ticker, everything's green today. I like seeing that. I like seeing people make money. So if you guys haven't already, I appreciate all of you being here with me today, working through my microphone problems. Oh, and I hope you guys all have a blessed day wherever you're at in the world. We'll see you guys all on the next video. Smash that thumbs up button, and we'll peace out.